Of the Week, Dr. Bob Martin Show, Sundays at 10 a.m.
If you've put off dental work because you thought you couldn't afford it, I want you to call my dentist, Dr. Michael Blum. Bring him any advertised price, any print ad on any dental procedure, including crowns, caps, and porcelain veneers. Dr. Blum will meet or beat it. Call 954-463-4999. That's 954-463-4999 or online at blumdentist.com.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
If you're into rainbows and butterflies and enjoy sugar-coated parenting advice, if you use social media with the hashtag blessed under your significant other on a daily basis, if your child speaks 4 languages before their first birthday and is on the cusp of curing world hunger, this is not the show for you. But if you're a real parent, living in the real world, working, hustling, and just managing to get through every day, you've come to the right place. Join Michelle Dempsey and Rachel Sobel, the realest moms on the block, every Tuesday night as we dive deep into the topics and conversations that everyone else avoids. We're the Keep It Real moms, honest, hilarious, and only slightly censored.
Tonight's show looks a little different, doesn't it? Because this is no longer Babes in Business. This is now the Keep It Real Moms. And you know me, I'm your host, Michelle Dempsey. And this girl may look a little familiar to you because she was on our show not too long ago to debut the fact that we were switching over our format. Yes, we are the Keep It Real Moms. We are the moms who are not here to tell you what to do, how to do it, or that we do it better, but we're here to vent our frustrations, our concerns, talk about the real stuff that goes down when you're a working mom, a busy mom, you're out there hustling, trying to take care of a family. I'm exhausted just saying it. I'm going to throw it over to my new co-host. That's what she's here for.
I know.
Hi. Rachel Sobel.
Yay.
She's Miss Wine and Cheez-Its,
Wine
everybody.
And Cheez-Its
if you don't know, now you know.
Yep.
Tell us how you're feeling. Like,
I feel good. This is good.
We've gone from podcasts, now we sip champagne when we thirsty.
It was a good transition, though.
Right.
We met. We fell in love. We birthed the podcast.
It's the traditional love story.
It is a traditional love story.
2017. Well, 2016.
Right. Sparks, fireworks, all that kind of stuff.
Sparks at Tansy's in Boca. Where the hell were we?
Not Tansy's. You don't even remember our first date. I'm breaking up with you.
All good first dates.
Yes.
How can you even remember?
It was at Rax in Boca.
It was at Rax.
Rax in Boca. But, I think the thing that drew us together and is really a foundation of what this show is going to be is being a real mom, right?
Yeah.
Because with social media and everything that we see with parenting, it is filled with just the unicorns and rainbows and all the stuff that makes you want to throw up because you know that behind the scenes it's not like that, right? You and I think right away, we were like friends faster than it takes to cook ramen noodles. Like we literally just started.
No MSG.
Yeah.
We cut through we're not allowed to curse on this show, as I'm going to remind you. It's very different from our podcast. We are slightly filtered here.
Yeah.
Don't be offended in case we let one slip.
I'm going to be good.
But you and I were able to weed through the BS right away.
We did.
We didn't have to. It was like a real deal first date. It wasn't like, oh, so where are you from? How many siblings do you have? We got right to it.
Right, but that's really hard to find with mom friends, particularly in South Florida, and I'm sure everywhere.
1,000%.
Excuse me, but it's hard to find.
It's really hard to find, and thank you to the powers that be for setting this up, because now, it wasn't long before I called Rachel and I was like, we need a podcast.
It happened really fast.
It did happen.
You took it to the next step, our relationship to the next step very fast.
I take things to the next level very quickly, always, because I'm impulsive, and when I see a good idea, I run with it.
So let's talk about the number one thing that happens in little mom groups and parenting groups. It happens with dads too, right?
I know where you're going with this. I'm already breaking out in hives.
You get the unsolicited advice from people about everything.
And it's not just parenting.
It could be the way you dress. It could be the car you're driving. It could be you're working too much and not seeing your. It is everything. People have something to say about everything. If you pull up any article on any of the mommy blogger friendly sites, Scary Mommy, Refinery, Elite, all of them. If you just start looking at the comments of the people who like to comment and bait people and fight on these stories, it is out of control.
Well, I have to tell you, I had my first real taste of hate mail and bashing. Last year, I wrote a piece for Scary Mommy. Mm-hmm. After they rejected me 19 times, of course, they took my hate-filled piece and they front page news. I had something like 30,000 reads in an hour, and the comments.
So I had the same exact thing on Scary Mommy, same exact thing, and I wrote about.
I wanted
think it
to
was,
cry.
It was dear undivorced person, stop telling me what to do with my kid. And the comments were so mean and so bad and filled with curses that I literally read them in a video. Because just I needed to do something like to combat them. Like it is you put yourself out there as a writer on the radio, as a in a podcast, and you become vulnerable. And so people see you as a little bit of a target, even though they don't know you, and they come at you and they give you this unsolicited, obnoxious how you should be living your life, what you should be doing. And it could be as simple as I have a picky eater who doesn't take medicine. Okay, it's like a double whammy. The idiots who will say to me, "Well, have you tried applesauce?" Well, thanks, moron.
No, I hadn't thought of that.
Have you tried
Did you
this?
bribe
Everyone
her?
has the magic answer. And don't get me wrong, let me be very clear. I think nobody has better information than moms. We do. We are filled with like amazing information.
We are a wealth of knowledge.
We
people.
are, but sometimes people just don't know when to keep their mouths shut.
Right.
It makes me bananas.
So, I am involved in multiple, like, I want to say way too many group chats throughout my day. I have my personal friends, and then I have just my mommy friends, and then I have my daughter's classroom, and then I have my business friends, and it's all one big pile. It's like a teeming cesspool of unsolicited advice and opinions. And I'm just, I go days sometimes, and I'll check my thing, and there's 872 unread messages because you know what, we're keeping it real. How does unsolicited advice make you feel, Rachel Silver?
I want to punch the person in the throat.
Yeah.
I mean, like I get irrationally
quick
angry.
one.
Yeah, like a quick punch to the throat.
Yeah.
I just get irrationally angry. And the other thing is too, you're talking about group texts. I had to leave Facebook groups that were geared towards moms, local moms, because I could not take it. First of all, if you weren't dealing with someone taking pictures of their kid's diaper and showing you instead of calling a doctor, which I can't even deal with I can't.
Yeah.
Then you have the people who are not consulting a doctor and they're asking, my kid has this rash, what do I do? And I had to leave because I was getting irrationally angry at the advice that people were giving was so dumb that I don't even know these people. And I was like, I have to exit.
I think it's really important that we state that we're not just getting annoyed to be annoyed. We're not just venting our frustrations, but the whole point is there's so much going on in our lives and on a daily basis, aside from parenting, that when you add in all that extra white noise, it's like, okay.
It's too much.
Okay, I'm trying to run a business. You're newly married. Congratulations. And a new mom again. Oh, my God.
Damn.
You're trying to be a wife. I'm trying to manage being a single mom. Like all of these things. And then you're going to add in the criticism. So I think the main point of this is we're all just doing our best. And it's really, life is hard enough without the peanut gallery.
It is. And I think that there's a time and place for advice. I think that as moms, we should lean on each other and we should kind of pull from different experiences because we can help each other.
But that's where the village comes from. And the village is the people who aren't going to judge you if you're like, look, I took the syringe of amoxicillin and shoved it up her nose.
Right.
Because that's what I had to do.
Right.
And they would be like, you know what, Rachel, we applaud you. That's what you
Well,
need.
that's why I love when people are on social media and instead of saying, my kids made me breakfast this morning and they're with perfectly, portioned pancakes. Instead, you see a picture of pancake batter spilled on the floor everywhere and it's a mess. Like that's what I respect because that we all deal with that. We all deal with juggling a lot on a regular basis. And I am attracted to women who exude that. I am.
Is that why you're attracted to?
Yes, those are the girlfriends that I want in my life. Are the ones who are going to tell you like it is. They're not going to sugarcoat anything, but they're also going to be there to support you, and you're going to be able to lean on them when you need them. But they're not going to just come at you with ridiculous advice that the peanut gallery is going to come at you. Those are the people I want in my corner.
Blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
If you hashtag everything with blessed, we're not interested. No, and we're very happy if you feel blessed. It's not that we're haters. It's just. I think Rachel and I have seen so much of the other side of life. You went through kind of a brutal divorce.
Yeah.
You saw what it was like to have to end a marriage with a toddler in tow. I'm kind of, I get that now.
Yeah.
And when you've seen the other side of the coin and then you see the people that may or may not be faking the funk, it's like, come on, guys.
You only want to be around positivity. You only want to be around people who make you feel good and lift you up. And that's not to say that they tell you what you want to hear, but they make you feel supported.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
There's like kind of a party happening in the booth right now.
Why? What's going on? Why? We weren't invited.
But we will be later.
All right.
All right. So anyway, criticism. Okay, so Tell me, so we're evil sometimes too, right? Like I know you're like me. I'll be in the carpool lane sometimes, and some unnerving psycho in a Mercedes SUV will come out of nowhere.
What?
Cut me off.
Never.
Pull up in front of
Never.
everybody else with this sense of entitlement that I want to be like, really?
Yeah.
And of course, I'm like, who is this?
I actually find it there. If it's not directed towards me, I find it funny. I witnessed a fight over parking spots at my daughter's preschool,
Oh.
like a legitimate. Almost there was a fist fight, and I watched with my mouth open, but laughing a little bit because when you talk about a fight over parking spots. Hello, mamas. The parking spots are here, and like you're 2 steps away from the
very
front door.
Bronx Tale.
Oh,
Very
it's
Bronx Tale.
Great. It's great.
Yeah. It's so funny. But I think, I remember when I first had Bella, I was uber concerned, like overly concerned.
You were
wanted
like a
to have-
nervous mom?
No, I wanted to have mom friends, and I wanted to be like the cute mom with the stroller and the girls that went walking around the park, and I had all that, and it was great. But as I became, I wasn't working then. As I became more involved in business and growing my own thing and having clients and having so many people to deal with on a daily basis, I found that I didn't really need the acceptance of a group, or I didn't
don't.
really need to be doing the same thing as everybody else.
No, and I feel like, we struggle as women sometimes because we feel like there's this obligatory, okay, my kid's in school, I have to make friends here. I have to go on mom play dates. I have to do all these things. And you don't have to do anything. It's nice if you can get along with people and have that network extend to where your child is, but it's not a necessity, and you should never force it if it's not happening, because then that's being fake, right?
And we keep it real.
We keep it real.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's really nice. I've been very lucky in my daughter's classroom. There's like a little group of us that we really can lean on each other. And it's, if someone's child is sick, it's like, don't worry, we got you. We can pick him or her up, whatever. But outside of that, it's just more white noise. Anyway, we need to talk about, remember when you were here and we were doing our 5 things?
Yes.
Yeah. I want to go back into.
I forgot what were my 5 things.
Who remembers what Rachel's 5 things were? If you're listening and you remember what Rachel's 5 things were, we're going to break in a second. But when we come back, we're going to need you to call in and tell us. We are the Keep It Real Moms. I am your host, Michelle Dempsey. We've got Rachel Sobel here now with us forever.
Forever.
Hashtag blessed. And we'll be back
Forever.
after the break.
Hi, this is Rachel Sobel.
And this is Michelle Dempsey. And you're listening to the Keep It Real Moms. Thank you for listening to Babes in Business. I am your number 1 babe in business, your host, Michelle Dempsey of Very Well Written, the business I founded to help other entrepreneurs get their businesses off the ground with great content, strategy, branding, social media, editing, and anything in the way of words. I've got you covered, www.michelledempsey.com, or you can call me at 305-469-7500. Don't forget to tune in every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock to join me and a fellow babe in business talk all things business. Can't wait to see you there.
Hi, this is Rachel Sobel.
And this is Michelle Dempsey. And you're listening to the Keep It Real Moms. Thank you. Okay. Almost didn't make it back from the break. All right. I was just multitasking.
You were
I'm
multitasking.
answering emails. I'm
Yep.
seeing already who's checking in to our live show. By the way, if you didn't know, you can watch us live on Facebook, Babes in Business WNN. That name will soon be changing over to Keep It Real Moms, but until it does, you know where to find us. Multitasking. Actually, I was at an event last night where somebody mentioned, it was hosting a mastermind, where someone mentioned how they just do all of the things all the time. And another person said, well, that means you're not doing any single one of them well. And I say, wait a second. For some reason, maybe it's these womanly powers that I have, I can be heating up chicken nuggets, answering an email, planning out tomorrow's client project list, all while memorizing the lyrics to a song. Like,
Yeah.
for some reason, I can do that, and I think I do it well.
I don't think that's true. I understand the theory behind that, but we as mothers, especially mothers who work, whether you work at home or whether you work in an office, I mean, if you're not multitasking, you are doing something wrong. You are, because there's no way to
If
get
you can
out the
concentrate,
door.
here's what the real freaky thing is. If you can concentrate on one thing at a time as a mom, if you can sit in color with your child for
You
more
have-
than 10
something's
minutes,
wrong.
Something's wrong, and we want to know what you're on. So
Right.
give us a call and let
It's
us know.
true, though. I mean, like, I think about my life now has changed drastically because I have an 8-year-old, and now I have an 8-week-old.
It's
And it's crazy.
God bless.
But I do things with one hand from the second I wake up in the morning till the second I lay my head down at night, because I'm packing snacks and I'm packing a lunch and I'm shoving a bottle in her mouth. And it's like, if you're not doing it, it's true.
It's
if you're
real
not,
delicate of you. I hope you're okay,
No, I
Sienna.
am. I shove it in her mouth. I do. But she's also a very aggressive eater. But if you're not multitasking, then it's not. I don't see how you're.
Are you even living?
Are you even a mom?
Are you even a mom if you...
If you're not, I mean, I told you, I sent you a picture. I think you told me to post it, and I couldn't because I was afraid it would be not safe for work. But I took a picture when my baby was a little more brand
remember.
new. I was nursing her. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, am I boring you? I was nursing
I've been
her.
up since 5:30 freaking multitasking.
I was nursing
I've been
her.
in the car taking
okay,
calls.
all right.
All right,
Relax.
you were nursing.
I was nursing her while my older daughter needed her hair done for school. And I'm like, what do I do?
Oh, when you were braiding? Yeah.
So, but that's
that was
real,
a beautiful picture.
But I was afraid that there'd be something not safe, that if I posted it, then it would be living on the internet forever, and I'm too modest for that.
Yeah, you're so modest. I'm so glad we got you for the show with all your modesty. Really, wait, I have to digress for a second because I know if there are women listening.
We're going to digress.
I have to talk about, and I don't know if you watched it, and I don't know why we don't even talk
What?
about this.
I'm scared.
Big Little Lies?
I know, but I'm not done yet, so don't ruin anything for me because I'm only a few episodes in.
No.
Please,
Raise your hand if that was the craziest.
don't.
I'm not giving you any spoilers.
I will be so mad.
Okay, if you're watching and you're commenting on our live stream, please no Big
I
Little
love
Lies
it.
spoilers.
It's so great.
It was the ending that literally, but the reason why
That's
this
what I
relates
heard.
is because the dynamic between the moms and the hatred and the anger and the this and your kid did this. How about the your kid did this people? Do you ever get that? Because that daughter of yours has a mouth, which I respect.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the first day I met her daughter. She came up to me and said, "And who are you?"
No, she
No,
said,
"And who's this one?"
Who's this one? Yeah.
8 years
Yeah,
old.
Yeah. But no, the people who place blame and are targeting a child. Look what your kid did. They are the worst. And they're the ones who, their kids are usually the ones that are guilty of pulling the hair or biting or doing something. And they're so quick to think, not my kid.
Oh my God, you have to go home and watch this finale.
I can't. I have like 2 more episodes, and we have a rule in my house that we watch shows together that we are
You
both
don't show
into.
cheat? That's a form of
No,
cheating.
I don't
Yeah.
show cheat, and neither does he. And we don't show cheat. We are very loyal. I know.
Jason Sobel.
I know.
Do you have a brother? I mean, darn.
Nope. No, but it's true, and it's like Bad Moms too, right? Bad Moms was definitely a glorified, a little bit more dramatic, but those dynamics exist in real life in school. You have the crazy PTA mom.
Would we not be the
You
Mila
have
Kunises?
100%. 100% we'd be
Yes.
Mila Kunis. We'd be having the party with the wine and the pizza and the hip hop and the dancing, and that would be us, and we'd be real.
Yeah.
Whereas you have the moms who are up on stage and they're making their presentations about what not to bring for the bake sale, and they're treating it like it is.
I
Like
haven't gotten there
they're,
yet.
they're going through world peace. It is that important.
Yeah.
I just can't. It exists. That's the
You
thing.
definitely see like throughout like the PTO world and even in like regular school meetings, there are moms that need to be heard.
They die without that platform.
Well, I'm proud of them. I have other platforms, people. So take my school platform any time of day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and tell me if I don't know. I think it's a normal thing, but I'm not the first one raising my hand to sign up to volunteer at like things.
I did it in preschool. I did it the first year. I felt like I had to be that joiner. I felt that pressure. I felt like if my child's in school here, if I'm not participating, does that make me a bad mom?
Mm-hmm.
And so I raised my hand for everything. I volunteered for everything. And then I was looking around and I'm like, there's all these other moms. They're not doing it. They're getting the same respect. I frankly don't have the time. I'm working and I'm not going to do it anymore. And
Preach.
guess what? My life didn't change.
Right.
Her life didn't change.
Right.
It
And
didn't
I
make a
felt
difference.
a little bit compelled in the beginning to be like, yeah, don't worry. I'm sorry. Like, my concern is that you're doing your job in school and teaching her so that I have that time to work.
Right.
And then when I pick her up, I have time with her. If I have to be worried about going to Target and buying supplies and doing this for that and contacting this one for money, I will lose my mind.
Yeah.
Job or not.
The asking people for money was the worst.
The
That is-
worst.
it made, and
Danielle
I'm pretty,
Snyder, this goes out to you. She's our class mom. She's also a best friend, and I truly love her. You are literally a rock star.
It's not- I
because
mean,
she
I'm-
has such a good way about doing it.
I can't take. I mean, I'm not shy. I have moxie, but when it came to asking people for money, whether it was for who knows breakfast or lunch or whatever, I get very uncomfortable
Really?
because that's I don't know. I feel like when you send your kid to school, whether it's public school, private school, whatever it is, it's an uncomfortable thing to ask for money
Yeah.
because
Well,
sometimes people want to say no.
Let me tell you, these private schools don't stop asking. Do you want to know
Really?
what it costs for my 2-year-old? My 2-year-old who eats not even half a slice of pizza. I spend like, I think it's like $180 on
Is it
pizza
kosher?
a month.
Is it kosher?
I don't know what it is. But
Yeah,
it's,
I know.
All I know is it comes home on her shirt.
So you're not one of the moms who packs like the perfect lunches with like things cut out in the sandwich and all those.
You know how I make Bella's lunch? She's on the counter. I'm putting a sock on while I'm like dumping pineapple into a Tupperware that may or may not be washed from yesterday. That's how I make. That's multitasking. But she's thrilled because she got to sit on the counter,
Right.
and she thinks she has a role in making her lunch. So it's
Right.
a win. I'm winning.
Right.
So I don't want to hear it.
Well, and that I think the overall theme here is you have to do what works for you, right? And so whether you're being criticized or you're getting, stuff from other people from the peanut gallery, you have to let it go in one ear and out the other because it does mess with you if you really let it get in your head.
Yeah.
And I think that we,
I have
whether
other
you
fish to fry now, Rachel Sobel.
you do.
Other fish to fry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Other fish to fry.
Yeah.
The unsolicited advice part, though, it has to go away. And I don't know how we end that.
That's never going to end because there's always some person out there who knows better, and I'd like to, you can't just fire back and say like, well, you're not my mom. But really,
Right.
my mom gives me enough unsolicited advice. Thank you, Mom. I love you and I need it.
Oh.
But that's enough. That's enough for me to handle. Unsolicited advice is really the anxiety trigger of my life.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I didn't do
It
that.
can set something off in you when your mom gives you the advice because my mom does it too.
I'm-
Is it flat out like you should do this, or is it passive aggressive? Because my mom loves
It is the perfect mix of both.
Oh, my mom loves the passive aggressive.
The-
She'll talk
the
to my
art
daughter.
form.
She'll talk to the baby and go, "Mommy's going to go out today and get you some new bottles because you are very gassy." And so I told Mommy that she should get you new bottles. And she fully has a conversation with an 8-week-old with me, knowing I'm standing in the room because she's not going to say it directly to me. And that's the unsolicited advice that she loves to give.
my poor mother. So I am very, I don't know what the word is, but I like things that are different. I don't like fit the mold, right? So now I moved into this new adorable townhouse with my daughter, and I wanted to decorate in a way that like I want to decorate. This is my house now. So I decided to go over the top and buy this ridiculous like Z Gallery, like royal blue velvet tufted couch. I don't care if it looks like it's from the set of Boogie Nights. I wanted so my mom
You'll
asked
throw your
me,
roller skates on and you'll skate around
I'll
it.
skate around like roller girl and lay on my blue couch.
Right.
With my feet and roller skates on the couch. So I send my mom's like, "Did you buy a couch?" So I send her the picture of the couch. She calls me the next morning. She goes, "I'm very upset." And I thought we were going to be talking about like world peace. I didn't sleep all night. I said, "Why didn't you sleep?" "Michelle, that couch." I literally didn't sleep.
But does the unsolicited advice from your mom, it doesn't bother me the way
No,
it
because
does.
you have a thicker skin than I do with that. Like I get a little bit like, Mom,
You start to
33 years
question
old.
it?
I can pick out my couch. Like the couch is coming tomorrow. Is my point, and I'm
I
nervous.
can't wait.
This is going to be
Instagram is going to be a flutter.
this is going to be a rough weekend with unsolicited advice.
It's going to be good.
I will decorate how I see fit. I am 33
As you
years old.
should.
And you know what? Not for nothing, Bella. I made her a part of the couch hunting process. She would sit on the computer with me and we would search. And so now every day when she gets home from school, she's like, "Mommy, blue couch." So she's excited.
Yeah.
So I did the right thing.
So what you do then to combat that with your mom is you have Bella say, "I picked out the couch. Do you like the couch I picked out?" And then she'll feel bad saying anything about it because that's her granddaughter.
yeah.
You got to fight fire with fire, babe.
You have to fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But in motherhood, I mean,
I know.
the fire right now is coming from my 2-year-old. I have a 2-year-old and she's a dragon. She will
But
slay
you don't want her to be anything else. We want to raise
a
strong
bad
women.
You know what? I'm not allowed to say it. That girl is everything I was not, and it is amazing to see.
because that's what you are now. That's what you are
that's what I am
now.
now.
And so that's what she sees.
Fierce little lady. That,
Yeah.
that Bella.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Ugh. And Sienna too. I just wish they weren't like so, because they could get together and really mess things up.
Well, then you throw Ava into that mix and she'd be leading the pack because I raised
No,
dragons also.
Ava's on Ava's
Different level?
Ava's
Yeah.
what's her name? Daenerys.
So can we go back to the unsolicited advice thing? Can I tell you what happened to me at my house the other day?
You can quickly. We have a minute.
Okay. I had a cable guy come. And I'm not going to say the name of the company because I
Can
don't
I
know if I'm
say it?
allowed to. I don't know. It rhymes with flumflast. I don't know. I don't know if you're allowed to say it.
That flomflash.
But I will tell you that while he wasn't fixing my internet
nothing
issues,
worse
which
than
were
Blueverse.
horrible, he had the nerve as my child was crying and I picked her up to say to me, "You shouldn't pick up your baby. They get used to being in your arms every time they cry. She's just going to keep crying." In my
and
house.
that's how you made it to Plomplast world. Yeah.
I didn't even know what to do with myself.
I'm surprised you didn't throw the remote control at his head.
You know what? Because I was alone in my house with a man who was a stranger, and I just decided against it. But everything in my body wanted to punch him in the throat.
Again, boom,
Yeah.
a quick one.
Throat punch.
Well, our advice to you, unsolicited or not, whatever, is please don't punch people in the throat
Yeah,
when they
don't.
say
It's
things.
not nice. You can think it.
Yeah. Another thing we want to tell you is that if you are a working mom, if you are just a working person in general, if you're just a living, breathing soul listening to this show, you're doing a great job. You made it through another day. We're so proud of you. It's not easy to do what we're doing, to do what you guys are trying so hard to do. So cut out the white noise. Focus on what it is that matters to you. Nothing else at the end of the day. Nobody's paying your bills. Nobody's changing those diapers for you but you. Do you have any parting words for our people? I'm so happy that you're my co-host.
You are.
I am.
You're no regrets, no buyer's remorse.
Remember that movie?
Regrets,
No
yeah.
regrets. Yeah.
Yeah.
No regrets. I'm gonna
No
get
regrets.
a tattoo right here.
This is awesome. And I think that my advice that is going to be the theme throughout this whole show is to keep it real. Just be around real people.
Be around real people, but more importantly than that, keep it real with yourself.
Yes.
And this is the
Yes.
that was the lesson I had to learn when I became a mom. There was no more. I didn't care about doing things any other way.
Right. Well, your
just to fit
priorities
a mold.
change. Your priorities change.
Keep it real with yourself because at the
Yes.
end of the day, you'll be the happiest.
Yeah.
And that's really what matters. You want to raise happy, loving kids, not ones that see you all stressed out and worried
Yeah.
about what other
they know.
people think.
They know.
They totally know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on that note, things have to.
And we want to know what people want us to talk about. So if
What do you
you're
want
a
us
parent,
to talk about?
if you're a parent
I'm
out
not
there,
talking about
politics.
no
We're not talking
bottle
about
baby
politics.
led weaning. I'm not talking about.
No. We're talking about like real parenting issues, like real stuff that you really want us to tackle. We want to hear what you want to talk about.
And we want to hear it, and we want to know how you thought of our first show. So go online, go on Facebook, watch us, comment. We're here for you. We love you guys, and we will see you next week. Keep being a bad mama jamma. And just like that, tonight's episode has come to an end, and not because we want it to. Trust me, if you haven't noticed, we would go on and on about anything. But if we're going to keep it really real, we're tired. We've been momming, working, hustling, and catering to our littlest people all at the same time, all day long. It's time for a glass of wine, some trashy TV, and leggings. Until next week, we are the Keep It Real Moms.